What's good, everybody? It's your boy Ropes. So let's talk about R. Kelly, okay? Because I'm really sick of this whole thing with R. Kelly, but I just want to put my 2 cents on and leave my opinion on the whole thing because as somebody who has been a fan of R. Kelly in my younger years, a lot of his old music, he has a lot of classics. I love his music just as much as anybody else out there, okay? But I think that R. Kelly is the last person that we in the black community should be defending right now. Okay, I don't think that this is the same type of situation as the Bill Cosby situation. It's just completely different. All right, now, do I think that there's a hit job being done on legendary black entertainers? Yeah, I think that that's definitely happening. Okay, and I'll get back to that later. All right, but I don't think that that really applies to R. Kelly. Okay, R. Kelly has been doing this shit for years. Okay, this is nothing new with this guy. All right, I've been done with R. Kelly a long time ago. Maybe not when the Aaliyah situation happened, because back then I didn't really pay too much attention to it because I was young. Aaliyah is like a couple of years older than I am. We were the same age, so I didn't really think about it too much back then at that time. Okay, looking back on it now, I can kind of see where people are saying, oh, well, you should have been done with them after Aaliyah. Well, I didn't really think about it back then, okay? But I was done with him after that first serious allegation came out with the alleged sex tape. I haven't seen the shit. You know, I wasn't gonna watch that shit, but a lot of people who've seen it said that that was him in there, and I was done with him after that. You know, and then all these other rumors started coming out, and I was done with the guy. You know what I mean? And now he's got all this other shit coming out. So I've been done with R. Kelly. So it does annoy me a little bit that some of these entertainers who have worked with him after all these allegations came out are now all of a sudden jumping on board and trying to have an opinion on him. I'm looking at them like they're hypocrites at this point because they've been knowing about this dude. You know what I'm saying? Even Dame Dash, he sat down and he did this interview and he was talking shit about how he refused to work with R. Kelly, but yet he was in one of the fucking videos that R. Kelly and Jay-Z had did together. He was in the damn video popping bottles. You know what I mean? So all that hypocritical shit I'm not with, but what I don't like to see is like people saying, like using the excuse that they're coming after our legendary entertainers as a reason to defend this guy. You know what I'm saying? He does not deserve to be defended. He deserves to have his motherfucking ass whooped, and he deserves to be in the damn jail cell. Okay, the guy hangs around at high schools and waits for teenage girls to prey on, man. You know, and I got 2 daughters, man. You know, I got a daughter that's gonna be 13 years old this month, man. And the girl in that video is only 1 year older than my daughter, man. That is too fucking young. You understand what I'm saying? That's way too young, man. I can't even imagine something like that. You know, so R. Kelly is a piece of shit, period. I'm not defending him. I don't care what happens to do. I don't care if they destroy him. I don't care if they wipe the internet as best they can or cut him from whatever type of deals he got. I don't care about any of that with R. Kelly because he's a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's talk about Lifetime for a second, because Lifetime to me is one of the shittiest channels ever made because all they do is bash men. It's a feminist channel, okay? The man is always this monster and is always this poor, defenseless woman. I mean, all their movies are the same over there, okay? But, you know, I believe they did the Dr. Dre documentary with Michelet. I think they did that fucking movie too. Like, why do they always focus on the black celebrities? Now we can talk about that, okay? Where is my Harvey Weinstein documentary? You know, where is, what's the weirdo from House of Cards? I can't even think of that clown's name right now, but where's the documentary on that dude? What about all these other guys, man? You know what I mean? Why am I not seeing a push to take those guys down too? That is not in defense of R. Kelly, but I'm just saying, like, I would like to see them go after some of these other guys as well. And they don't seem to be interested in doing that. Harvey Weinstein has had several fucking women come out and talk about all the nasty, disgusting shit that he's done. And this guy, he's just walking around. I don't think he has anything to worry about, man. Will they come after him one day? Maybe they'll get him. I don't know, man. But people don't seem to be interested. The masses don't seem to be interested in talking about Harvey Weinstein right now. You know what I'm saying? All the focus is on R. Kelly. It was on Bill Cosby, which, like I say, I still think that that's a separate type of situation. See, I'm all for people defending Bill Cosby, because with Bill, I think what happened with him was that he was just the guy who supplied drugs for people in that weird time period in the 70s where all these celebrities would get together and go to, what was it, Studio 54, and do drugs together and have orgies and all this weird shit that they were doing, okay? I believe that he was in the mix of that, and for some reason he pissed somebody off. He pissed some people off in high places, and they decided to put all of this shit on him. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. I wasn't there. I don't know. Maybe he did do all these things. I don't know, but I can see the defense for Bill Cosby, and I'm really not for them scrubbing, you know, Bill Cosby out of existence, taking him off the air and all that type of stuff, because with him it's a little bit different than R. Kelly, because there's other people involved with the Cosby Show. You know, you have Felicia Rashad, you know, you got all those different actors and actresses that were on that show that are now not getting paid because they came after Bill. So that's a little bit different. With R. Kelly, you know, that's a little bit different. You know, all the songs that he wrote that he wasn't in, or he did, you know, he wasn't in the video or anything like that, I don't think they should take those songs off the internet for people to be able to stream and stuff like that, because you're messing with somebody else's pockets over him. But his music, I don't give a shit what they do with it. You know what I'm saying? People can still find it if they want it, but I don't think that any streaming service for music should have to keep him on their platform. Because if I had a platform, he would be off the shit. Point blank, period. You know, but I just think that we as black people, I understand people's point, like I said once again, about them not coming after other people and why is the focus on them, these black entertainers. I get that, you know, but I don't think that that should apply to Robert Kelly, man. I don't. The guy has been doing this shit too long. You would have thought that after the first allegations years ago that he would have learned his lesson, but he still hasn't, man. You had a whole bunch of women popping up, man. Now, I don't know if I can believe all of them or not, but just looking at his track record and what people have been saying about him for years, I can't just write off what they're saying, their allegations. The guy had plenty of opportunities to separate himself from these type of situations, and he continued to put himself in there. He's locking women in dungeons and having them, you know, go to the bathroom and piss buckets and all this weird shit, man. You know? And women like his ex-wife only adds to the negativity towards the victims, because she's full of shit. You know, she kept his last name. You know, she's willing to benefit off the name of this horrible man who did all these things to her. But she uses his name for clout. You know, now, if he was such a monster to her, as she claims, and I'm not saying that he wasn't, but if he was such a monster, why do you still carry his name? Why are you still using his name for clout? Wouldn't you want to separate yourself from him completely if he did all these horrible things to you? So she needs to go sit down somewhere, because she's making the real victims kind of look bad, and making people look at the victims like, hey, you guys could be full of shit. You know, so I don't like her at all. I think that she needs to go sit down somewhere. Okay? But all of these little dudes on here, man, and I'm not talking about the ones who make videos, but I'm seeing like people like in the comment section trying to defend, talking about them girls knew what they were doing. They got a mind of their own. They are teenage girls, man. You cannot hold them to the same accountability as a grown ass adult, man. Young people make stupid fucking decisions. Maybe they did think it was cool to be with a celebrity at that time, but still, R. Kelly is the adult in the situation. He's the one who's supposed to step away from that. You think if some little girl comes up to me, if she's attracted to me or not, do you think that that gives me the right to go ahead and have sex with them, they're underage, man. I'm an adult, man. I know better than that. And so does R. Kelly. Stop making excuses for this clown, man. He's a piece of shit, and he deserves whatever fucking happens to him.